Hey, welcome to this Twilight Struggle gameplay video. If you lived through the Cold War, or if you just find it a fascinating subject, then don't miss a minute of what's coming up. Well, hey, welcome back. I think it's time to go ahead and just get another turn in on our game here. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in and get her started. And while I do that, hey, please consider subscribing, hit that bell notification, share with your friends, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of this crazy game. All right, here we go. Well, all right. Well, we can see where we are. We did really good in Europe. We got a 6-point lead right now, and it is the headline phase. And without looking deeply into these cards, just the amount of blue is exciting. Marshall Plan, Truman Doctrine, uh, that's one or the other. So decolonization, destalinization are the two cards that look like they suck, and Comic-Con. So there's three. One, two, four, non-US. That's not so bad. Destalinization, that can kind of suck. Um, yeah, that's not so hot. Decolonization is really pretty nasty, so we're going to try to avoid that one. And we'll space race one of these. Uh, Probably destalinization, because this is just consolidating what he already has. I don't see any scorecards, so we have, yeah, just a pretty good hand. Truman Doctrine, all USSR influence one uncontrolled country in Europe. Hmm. Well, that would be one way to seize Yugoslavia. I'm not sure why I would do that just now. We're going to think about what we're going to do for a headline. So, Marshall Plan is a really powerful card. One influence each of 7 non-USSR controlled Western European countries, and it allows the play of NATO, but we've already got NATO active because Warsaw Pact has been formed. So adding those 7 is kind of cool. Be nice to have more in Canada. Be nice to lock Canada up for NORAD. Um, but that's an awfully good card just to play. Um, Eastern European unrest, early war, remove one USSR influence from 3 countries in Eastern Europe. It's all about Europe. Nuclear test ban. Players earn victory points equal to DEFCON level -2, that improves DEFCON 2 level. So that would be, if I understand this right, I would get 2 victory points. It's 4 minus, I get 2 victory points, and the DEFCON would go to 5. Um, hmm. It's just, and headlining this is insane. Um, that's just too powerful to do that with. We It's a good hand, and I guess I could afford to headline Marshall Plan and just spread a bunch of influence across Europe. One in Canada, um, you know, Turkey. Just kind of wondering why I want to do that. Um, Europe scoring is gone for right now. It's not, doesn't mean this isn't important. It just means that throwing a bunch of resources in there doesn't seem to make much sense. Um, On the other hand, this is not bad. Remove all USSR influence. It's only a one operations card. Uh, I could basically take Yugoslavia by grabbing that. Um, remove all the one uncontrolled. Right. So you can't do anything to East Germany, Poland, or Finland, anything like that. But you could come along and just with the play of a one operations card as a headline, uh, smack him between the eyes of Yugoslavia, which would, I guess, set me up to threaten Romania. Uh, I'm not sure. Again, I'm not scoring Europe anytime soon. So it's just be a whole lot happier if I had something really cool to play off on Asia or the Middle East. So I'm reluctant to play. That's 2 points is a big deal. That's a lot. That's a four. That's a four operations card. It's a freebie. Um, I think we'll go ahead and headline with Truman Doctrine. And what did he do? Let's look at it again. It went away before I could get a good look. Uh, all further operations played by your opponent this turn are -1 to your value. That's just delightful. Great. It took a very good hand and turned it into a, fair hand. But okay, go ahead and play the Truman Doctrine, snatch up Yugoslavia, which really doesn't make much difference in Europe, but what the heck? Oh, did not. I just undid it. Continue, and let's commit. And now off we go. And we'll see how it breaks from here. And we're waiting for the opponent to decide. Oh, that was interesting. Well, did that get removed? Nope, that should have been discarded. That was De Gaulle leads France. He just played it for okay. All right, he just played it for influence to break control of France. Okay, I'm not sure why. Um, but okay, it's not like Europe's going to be scored. So it's either that or it's obvious that I don't know what I'm doing. Now, the Middle East is looking pretty weak. He's dominating the Middle East. I'm about half inclined to. One thing, I'm kind of half inclined to just grab a card and space race it and see where he's going because I don't know where he's going to score. On the other hand, if I'm not careful, he could very easily cut me out of the Middle East with a coup or just a strong influence play. And I think we need to do something about that. So we will play, I think, what am I going to need? What am I going to need? Helicon 3. I should be able to play. Let's see. Play influence. Right. I could use 2 to lock up Saudi Arabia and lock down Iran. Well, it's not exactly locking them down, but get control. And I would pay for that by letting him get 1 influence and 4 of non-US controlled. And that just doesn't break Eastern Europe, right? Okay, as long as you can't play it in France, and being Comic-Con, I guess that makes sense. So let's do that. Let's do it this way. Let's resolve the event first. Let him do his thing. See how it breaks. Nope, got to commit to it. Wake up. Yep, he just locks East Germany and Poland down hard. And that leaves me. I don't think coup attempts. I really don't. Oh, look. Oh, that's a really bad idea. That's even worse. That's actually not too bad, but he says. Coup attempt there would be 50-50. 3, 4, and 5. And 4 out of 6. 2 out of 3 chances of seizing Iran without having to spend influence there. And, more importantly, I would get mill ops and raise the DEFCON status would go to 3, which would prevent further coups in Asia. Or I can do 100%. 2 here, 1 there, and we have control of those. But that sets me up for him playing coups on me. It's either that or that we're in. What the heck? This is a high risk move. I'm not sure I'm fond of it. If I understand this right, what that is telling me is on a 1 or a 2, things don't change. On a 3, I'd get control. And on a 4, 5, or 6, I would really lock down harder the control there. And I would get 2 operations. Or I can come in and place influence 1, 2. Yeah, that's right. It's only worth 2. That's what's blowing me away. I've forgotten. Red Scare. Fine. Let's roll the dice. Hot diggity. That was lucky. And it ran the DEFCON up, which kind of makes me happy. And, right, I got 2 mil ops. And that balanced out the Middle East. Let's see where he goes. Ooh, he's going to play NATO for a coup. Okay, well, USSR NATO coup attempts. Yep. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I've got all the mill ops I need. I missed something there. What did I just... Coup attempt in Iran. Oh, okay. Yeah, he reduced our influence there, but we still control it. So really that kind of sucked for him other than getting the mill ops. And basically at this point coups are off the table except in places like Panama. or I guess in South Africa. Whew. Well, now that leaves us in an interesting position. Things are balanced out everywhere. It's, I mean, except for this pretty nice lead we have in points, things are looking pretty good. With no coups, my position in Pakistan is pretty solid. He's got no way into India. I mean, he can play out against Japan or Korea. And yeah, I'm not too worried about Asia right now. And he's playing into the Middle East. So I think what we do is, since these things are all not nearly as good as what I thought they were, thank you very much. Eastern Europe, that's worth 2. Now, we said that de-Stalinization is what we don't want to see played. Colonization needs to be, or decolonization needs to be space raced. 2 would give me Saudi Arabia. And that would be pretty cool. De-Stalinization, 4 influence points in non-U.S. controlled countries. That kind of sucks. He's got all kinds of extras up here he doesn't need. And he'd swing them wherever he needs to put them. Yuck, 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 yuck. Eastern European unrest is worth 2. So let's go ahead and play that for influence. And, well, you know, I got this idea. It's going to take a 4. Oh, it takes a lot to get Saudi Arabia. I'm not thinking right. No, I'm just not thinking clearly. This game, I hate this game. I hate this game. Oh, I thought I had this thing in brain. I had my brain fart going that I could somehow grab Saudi Arabia, but I just can't do it. There's not enough stuff. Don't have enough horsepower. So we're looking balanced, nicely balanced. I want to stay out of Israel and I want to stay out of Egypt because of cards that are nasty. Perhaps I should grab Jordan because it's adjacent to Israel. And maybe then go to work on India, which would take a 3 card. So we place influence, do that, we pop 1 in India, and we call it good. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have a clue. I'm holding the China card. It's worth 4 in Asia, 3 anywhere else. Formosan, he's going to play that for 2 influence. It's going after Japan. Well, looks like he's interested in Asia. Well, I do have the China card, and I'm willing to use it. I'm not afraid to use it. No, I'm not. Which one of these am I least afraid of? 4 influence points. Or he goes and plays in Africa or Southeast Asia. There's no avoiding. There's no avoiding the problem. One of those is going to have to be played, right? I'm sorry, wrong click. Got 4 left to play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not true. I can play 4 cards and never touch one of them. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see what the Indo-Pakistani War says. India or Pakistan invades the other. Roll a dice. Subtract 1 for every opponent controlled. Player victory on a 4 to 6 adds 2 to military odds. 2 victory points influence the target country. Okay. So the way to do that would be to play it with India as the target because we control Pakistan, and that would be a 3 through 6 to win to get 2 victory points. But it won't help me in India. And victory points, of course, that's what we're here for. Uh, Not too worried about Japan just yet. That could be that could be nasty. I could play a Marshall Plan and try to fix Europe. Don't really care right now, although that's not pleasant. But with that, that'd be 3. I could stay out of Asia. I could use that to Marshall Plan's 3. 3 3. Gotta keep that in mind. It's just or I could event Marshall Plan and spread 7 across here. Lock France up, get Canada back up toward where I want it to be, pitch into Turkey, which gives me a way into Syria. Or for that matter, I could even play into Romania. Hmm. Hmm. That doesn't take care of the problem in the Middle East. Boy, this is a tough game. I'm just muddled. Normally, I'm almost lucid, but today it's just not. There just doesn't seem to be a whole lot of fun here. For influence for the non-U.S. control countries. Uh, That'll leave me 3 to play. Let us space race and then see what he does. Outstanding. I'm curious what he's interested in, and now I'll be able to hold at least one of these really good cards for the next round, I think, where they actually account for something. What's he going to do? He's in a space. He did the same thing. Yeah, you know what? I can stall too. Watch me. Watch me. All right, I got 3 rounds to play. Oh, sneaky AI. Bad AI. Bad, evil, naughty AI. Uh, Player equals towards the current DEFCON level -2. So playing that right now is a good way to get 0 victory points. Playing it for influence gives me 3 influence, which I can use to snatch India up. And yeah, I could lock up India. So let's go ahead, play influence, put India in the bag, and he's just nowhere near taking Japan away. Nowhere near. I can't play into Thailand. I could play into Burma or Malaysia. which would give me an in into Thailand and make Asia even more of a problem for him. So let's call that good. Let's see what he does. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway. Huh. Oh, good. I just got... These guys just lit up. They just became real. But he just turned the Middle East into a real problem by grabbing Saudi Arabia. So I made it challenging for him in Asia as he's made it challenging for me in the Middle East. There's no coups, can't do coups. We can only play with influence, and there's just not a lot of good options there. How many rounds do we have to go? 2 rounds. Well, I could do something sneaky like Marshall Plan, which would clean up some of this mess, throw something into Turkey, into Greece maybe, looking for coups in Syria or some other way to break into there. But I don't see a good way. Just for fun, let's act like we're going to place influence. Where would let me place influence in Saudi Arabia? I can break his grip in Saudi Arabia, and there, and that balances things out again. Or I could play it in Iraq. Okay, let's place influence, and let's Iraq is not adjacent to Israel. I don't want to waste my time in Syria. I want to go ahead and he has 1 round. So if he's going to play Middle East scoring, that'll nope, he's playing Nasser, which is why I did not want to go to Egypt. That was the last he could play, and now I am not playing that decolonization. I may play the Marshall Plan. Europe's not coming back anytime soon. I play Marshall Plan as an event. Formosa is battleground for scoring. Okay, that's good until I play the China card. I don't really care about Formosa. Although I could grab it now, but since there's not going to be any scoring, who cares? This is really about positioning. This is about what the position of the board needs to be at the end of the turn. And Marshall Plan whipping across Europe won't change anything. But for influence in the Middle East, can. So place influence. Now I can either that didn't. Yep, not enough. I should do my simple arithmetic, right? I can give him grief in Iraq. And give him grief in Syria. That balances everything out. And the DEFCON will go to 3, which means we are coups can fly in the Middle East next round. Boy, that's a tough call. That's a tough call. We're looking beautiful. We're looking just gorgeous in Asia, and it's kind of meh in Europe. NATO's been played, which is good. That means no coups or realignment roles in U.S. controlled countries. That means France is still vulnerable. Ooh. Okay, well that's really kind of the call. Do I strike at him hard in the Middle East, or do I Marshall Plan, line Canada up, lock France back down? It's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could place influence, but it's just not. Middle East scoring has not been played. Place influence. Let's bust him in the nose there. I've got 2 more influence to play with. That balances out the Middle East. I think I can live with that for right now. Don't need any coups in France. And 1 influence. I'm kind of half tempted to reach over to Panama or Angola. Africa scoring is coming. I'm just still. It's this game is there's so much going on. I cannot for the life of me. Where can I threaten him, make him sad, sad, sad? There'll always be coups in Africa. That's kind of interesting. In Egypt, Israel's still vulnerable. I don't feel like throwing anything in there. Back my play there, or I can back my play deeper in Southeast Asia. Let's call it good. And that's a turn. Okay, well, I appreciate you watching, listening to me babble on mindlessly. Hopefully, things are still looking good. I mean, look at the score, 8 U.S. points. That's just an astounding beginning from my experience, but we'll see. I appreciate you watching. We'll see you again. Hey, thanks for watching. If you click on that picture of Very Young Waz, you'll be subscribed so you'll never miss another video. Then click on that bell notification button and please share and comment. See you again soon.